Welcome to Co-op Radio 102.7 FM CFRO. This is Monday Brown Bagger. The date is June 14th, 2010. My name is Reginald Angus Argue. I'm archiving this on my website of www.reginaldangusargue.com. Before I introduced our guest, I just wanted to quickly say something. Our children are being the vital, important part of our future, and their basic protection from any form of abuse is crucial to our society. I feel that we as people can learn a lot about how to protect our future generations by listening to the message of those who have lived through traumatic events themselves and were able to rise above it, no longer allowing it to rule over them. Our first guest is a perfect example of someone who has faced the real life nightmares of his past, and through his message that he shares with everyone, he shows how to stop the seed of this darkness from being permitted a chance to continue. As I finish saying that, I'd like to introduce our first guest. People will remember as number 14, who played many years for the Calgary Flames. Then he went on to play for the New York Rangers, Colorado Avalanche, and the Chicago Blackhawks. With that said, I'd like to introduce Theoren Fleury.
How's it going?
Well, thank you so much for coming on there, Theoren. You are a very inspirational person for so many people.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's been a long haul, but we're doing well and helping lots of people. So it's been exciting that way.
And when and why did you decide to go public with your past inner demons and become a spokesman for so many who have been trying to overcome their own demons?
Well, I think I was just ready at this point to, I dealt with, all my stuff, and I was in a place where I felt strong and comfortable, and it's been quite the ride. But like I said, we're now able to help lots of people, so it's been really, really good.
And through your 15 years in the NHL, your hockey career, where you played with so much intensity, I remember in 1989 when you broke in with the Calgary Flames. I was posted in Calgary, CFB Calgary at that time, and how you went on to win the Stanley Cup. There was Lanny McDonald, Mike Vernon, Ed Whalen was the color coordinator for the Calgary TV. But what was the lowest point that you reached before you were able to face your inner demons and began the long road of recovery from your addictions to alcohol and drugs?
Well, it was probably in about 2003 when I was in Chicago, where it really got bad, and then shortly after that I just retired from the game, it's taken 22 years to be able to, since it first happened, to get to this point in my life where, I feel comfortable talking about it and, sharing my feelings.
And I was reading a little bit about your book there, and actually you talked about the one night when you were in Columbus and you woke up in the hotel room and you're bloodied and beaten, and yet to this day you don't remember what happened. Could you share a little bit about that?
Well, I think it was just, the progression of my alcoholism, and then I started, having blackouts and, not remembering what was going on. So, that was just a perfect example of that probably drank too much during the evening, and, we had some more chemicals on top of it, and, I don't really remember what happened, so.
And do you feel that by writing your book, Playing with Fire, do you feel that helped release an awful lot of the inner demons and the past abuse that you've gone through and helped you heal in some ways?
Yeah, absolutely. It was, probably the best thing that I did, because I still had a lot of resentments. I still had a lot of, things going on. But then, once the book was finished, I think I put all that stuff behind me, and now been able to move forward.
And what are some of the organizations that you're a spokesman for at this time in regards to helping children and helping the homeless?
Basically just kind of right now at this point, through my website and, all these speaking engagements I'm doing, spend a lot of time on lot of the native reserves all across Canada. So it's it's been great.
And I was actually watching one of the YouTubes that's on your website, and it was talking about how you were up in northern Saskatchewan, and that's when you came. You found out about the residential schools, and I know through your history that you're Métis and your grandmother was Cree. What was your first thoughts when you started finding out about the residential schools?
Well, I just think it's a travesty, like everything else. That these young kids were taken away from their homes, at 5 and 6 years old, and only allowed to see their parents maybe twice a year, and then the rest of the time, they were either being abused by priests or nuns, or the people who were running the residential schools. So, to me, that's horrible stuff, and I think now the Aboriginal people are trying to heal from that, and it's not an easy thing to do.
Did you find that when you started healing, did you also reconnect to who you are as your cultural roots? Did you find yourself doing that too?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been, the Aboriginal way of life, spiritually for me is still continues today. So, I use the sweat lodge, which was passed down from our grandfathers as a way to heal, and I smudge every morning, and so that's been a huge part of my life.
Yeah, and one thing I'd like to add quickly is that I find myself, I'm non-Native American, but at the same time, I find that some of my beliefs are actually based in the Native American beliefs, because I believe in the Great Spirit, and I believe that we're all related, and we're brothers and sisters. We can help each other heal. And, what I'd like to ask, this next question, I know it's going to be kind of touchy, but I hope that you don't take any offense with it. What was the message do you feel that the Canadian justice system had sent to the world when we all found out that Graham James was given a pardon and was able to move to Mexico, where he does not have to register as a convicted child molester?
Well, it just tells us that, obviously the system doesn't work, and, it's just kind of, I look at it as kind of just the way the world is gone, and the way it continues to go, and, it's an awful place to be, that, the justice system allows young children to continually be hurt and taken advantage of, and because there's the almighty dollar involved, I don't think it's going to change too much because of the system. The system doesn't work, and it's been proven to us over and over again.